What's up guys, Trader Neil here, back at you with another crypto video. So today you guys are going to be watching a live stream I did earlier today over Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, XRP, and as a little treat for you guys, I go over some TradFi market dynamics. I go over my thoughts on gold, the NASDAQ, S&P 500, and a bit of the correlation between those and Bitcoin. So I dropped a good amount of nuggets of information in this stream that I think all of you guys will really enjoy. And stay till the end because I think you guys will see some exciting stuff. So if you guys like my videos, like my content, as always, I would very much appreciate it if you like and subscribe at my Trader Neil YouTube channel. Really appreciate you guys for watching all my vids, for being here day in and day out, even if the market's not giving us what we want for us bulls. But at the same time, Bitcoin is a vision that I think will honestly stand the test of time, and it is something that I believe very strongly in. And so I think this is a big part of my life, streaming, making YouTube videos for you guys, and spreading the Bitcoin and crypto word, because in the end, I do think that being able to be decentralized, be able to hold your money on your own, not have to worry about banks, be able to be sovereign, it's all really important. So yeah, I appreciate you guys for being here. Enjoy the stream, and I will catch you guys on the other side. So for example, like if you look at things guys across the board here, you can see that gold, for example, doing quite well. You've got the supply line breakout on the hourly, and in my opinion, this would be considered a bit of, let me take a harmonic pull here. We've got a bit of like a Gartley situation going on here, and I do think that looking at gold, I mean, at the moment, guys, with this breakout, I would be very surprised if you didn't at least see these highs get run on gold. I think you probably see 27.15 hit today. And if any of you guys are in gold trades, I would be looking to TP at least there. And depending on your entry, I think this, with this breakout on the 4 hour, it wouldn't surprise me to see higher prices here. I mean, I'm all about technical patterns, and I mean, overall, this pennant, this is a true breakout. And I'm not a huge gold trader by any means, guys, but something like this would indeed take you to new all-time highs if it did play out fully. So interesting to see that on gold. And then you look at something like the NASDAQ here, which is free falling. You've got the S&P 500 here, which is also free falling at the moment. If you turn on my spaceman levels here, we are taking all of these lows. So right now, the previous week low, previous month low, both taken here on the S&P 500. Big liquidity at those levels. And so the moment you don't have any bullish divergences on the ES, you've got just pretty much oversold territory. So would it be surprising to see a bounce here now that you've taken all these lows? Nah, not in my opinion. I think you probably get a nice bounce at these levels. And if I turn that off, you can see, well, interestingly enough, on the hourly here, you have an hourly closure under your last potential SFP area here on the ES. So you would really like to see for bulls to step in a reclaim here around 58, 56 or so. If you can get above these levels, then I think you at least have a bit of a rally to probably retest 59.18 before what I think will be lower prices. Just looking at how the structure looks, guys, this is a very bearish structure with these lower highs here. Whenever you have something like this with equal lows pretty much on the whole way, you will usually break down, and I wouldn't be surprised to see 57.23 coming up on ES, which would mean on NQ, probably something similar here. Let's see, let's go to the 4 hour here, NQ. Yeah, this is a pretty big level that looks to be lost here in NQ, and with these lower highs here as well. Would not surprise me to start seeing this come down more. I think until you form some... Yeah, go ahead, man.
Yeah, no, just agree that that's a very key level for us to hold on NQ, so you can expect another like a few thousand pips lower.
Yeah,
at least.
I agree. Don't think this one is done by any means, dumping, but I do think that you probably get a bounce at the bottom of this daily trend at the moment, which would be an area that wouldn't surprise me. But I think that it is probably about time for NQ to come retest the daily 200 here, which, if you guys look at it in the past, over pretty much this last, let's just say, couple years when the bull run started here, every retest of the 200 moving average here on the daily has been successful and provided a bounce, and you do reconnect with that level quite often. So I think this would be a nice area to keep in mind for NQ for a bigger move to the upside. But patience will definitely be key here, guys. So if you are banking on, let's say, for example, taking some swing longs on NQ and ES at these current levels, I think personally this is not the time where I would be looking to do that. Okay, and so that's a little bit about that. I think last thing I'll show you guys is now that I've told you that NQ, S&P 500 both look bearish, let's take a look at the correlation between Bitcoin and the S&P 500. I could also do the same thing, guys, with Bitcoin versus the NQ. It doesn't have to be the S&P 500. So for example, I could do that. You could look at this chart as well. In my opinion, do these look very different? Not really. They look pretty much the same here. So it's just up to you which chart you want to choose. At the moment here, you are above your previous all-time high here in the correlation here, guys, between BTC and the S&P 500. Probably the same. Actually, BTC is way above its correlation here on its correlation versus NQ, much higher than all-time highs here. That's interesting. And so both of these are holding support here on the daily charts. And if I go to the 15-minute, which is what I posted my channel, guys, this looks like it's gonna, well, it's already started the bounce since I posted that in the channel, because whenever you flip trend and the 15-minute 200 moving average, you do have a pretty nice move up most of the time. And so does this mean that this is like the bottom for coins or anything like that? No, doesn't mean anything like that. But what do I think it does mean? I think this is range bound at the moment. I think something that wouldn't surprise me if you are going to see a bearish market on cryptos is something like this, where you get a move up, take out these highs again, and then get your breakdown for something like that. I'm just guessing here, guys, because this is just chop at the moment. There's no like clear direction one way or the other. What's up, man? Go ahead.
I was just saying, it's literally just chop, right, at the end of the day. And, you know, that plan would also line in well with the inauguration. You know, we get another rally, because typically, right, every January we do see like a 10 to 20% sell-off on Bitcoin.
Exactly.
So we have had that. So it would make sense for us to trade back from range lows back to range highs again, as we have done multiple times since we've formed this new range since November.
Exactly, and that's pretty much what I'm expecting again here. Honestly, I would not be surprised to see. Let's actually move on to the BTC analysis then. So, looking at things, guys, we did get a nice bounce on BTC off our value area low once again. So, value area low has held for what is now I would consider this bounce and this bounce to be your two big value area low bounces, because back here, this range wasn't necessarily formed just yet. This might have been the value area low back here, but doesn't really matter at this point. You've held these lows at 91.5 twice now, and at the moment, what I do see, if you want to be bullish on these markets, is a bullish break of structure on the hourly. So as you can see, ever since you made this high at $103,000 on BTC, guys, every single hourly high has been a lower high, right? Except for this one that we made last night on BTC. This was a bullish break of structure. So do you have the potential to change trend and get a push up from here? Yes, I wouldn't be surprised to see at least, like, you know, the top of this daily zone here hit on BTC coming up like 96K or so. And even like $99,000 wouldn't necessarily surprise me, guys. This is just a range. So whenever you're in a range, should you be surprised that you get rotations from your low to your highs here? No, should not surprise you. So your lows here are 91.6. Your highs here are at 100K. And at the moment, like I said, guys, we are just seeing a chop around. No big moves one way or the other. And this is kind of my thoughts here. If you are a bear in this market, you want to see a breakdown sooner rather than later. The longer that price action goes sideways here, in my opinion, the better it is for bulls. Because the longer there's a failed breakdown to new lows, that just shows that buyers are defending support over and over again. If bears push this down sooner rather than later, then I think that does show that buyers are getting weak in this market. And personally, I'm being pretty patient with what I want to see in terms of longs and shorts. I know a lot of you guys saw on my channel that I was looking to potentially take the scalp long opportunity. We got front run yesterday with that. It's no problem, honestly, because looking at things here, guys, I do think that eventually you do see at least this previous month low taken out on BTC. That's what this is right here at 93.97. But I do think in a choppy environment like this, guys, it's really, really important that you guys don't chase whenever it comes to trades. So what do I mean by that? Whenever you do not have a trending market, whenever you are simply going sideways, look for limit orders at lows, look for longs, look for limit orders for shorts at highs. Do not try to be a hero in mid-range. Like right now, would I be taking any trades on BTC on the 1 hour chart? No, I would not. Because what do I see here? I see literally price just sitting in between lows here at around 91 to 90 and the highs here between 99 and 100K. So how would I even strategize an hourly trade here? Would I even be looking for the highs? Would I be looking for the lows? Personally, there's no edge for me right now in the market. I'm waiting for lows, waiting for highs. Could we be, now that I have these two potential long setups for limits, let's look at a potential short setup now, because I think that is something to be prepared for in case we have a rally over the weekend. Let's go to daily here. See if we have any daily levels on the chart. New daily level formed on that rejection up here at 102. So that's a level I want to keep on the chart. And then other than that, you have your SR at 99K, 12 hour. This would be an FVG on the 12 hour that could be filled. So yeah, guys, I would be looking for a short right about there. Let's go to the hourly again. So if we do have a rally over the weekend, this is something that I would be interested in taking potentially. Something like that. I think there's enough confluence at this area because this is now yes, it's a higher low, but could you be, I mean, a higher high, but could it be considered a deviation of this range between 99 and 91.6? I could see the argument for that too, now that you literally retested your same lows. So, yeah, I like the. I wouldn't be expect. This is what I'm thinking, guys. I'm not expecting a double deviation of these range highs at 99,200 at this point. I think that if this short setup doesn't play out, that you do come up to last week's, I mean, Monday's highs here at 102,255, and you probably go higher to 106. I don't think that this stops if you break 99K. I think this probably continues up. So that's why I'm looking for this to be my setup for the short. Cool, guys. Anyone have any questions over this setup and what I'm looking at? Anyone have any questions over just like Bitcoin in general? Guess we're good. Nice. All right. Let's look at Ethereum next. When Moon. Hey, man, you know, who knows? I think. Oh, go ahead, man.
Brother's asking. Brother's asking for moon cycle predictions. Oh, brother.
Let's see. Where's my moon indicator? Moon phases. There you are. There it is. All right. So, looks like right now. Let me actually go. I haven't used this indicator in so long, man. Waxing moon, waning moon, full moon. Honestly, I can't even remember how to use this thing. So, I don't know, man. When moon, I think there's going to be a moon in the sky tonight, is what I'll tell you. It's the best I can tell you. All right, let's look at Ethereum now. Let me pull my volume, pull all the way to current price. There we go. So Ethereum holding this SR level here at 32.22. At the same time, guys, I don't like this structure. This is just ugly price action, where you have this higher high with in my opinion, a lower low on the hourly. Like if I were to be bullish here on ETH, it would have been something like this, where you see price action come up and make your higher low there. And it did not do that. It literally came down, made a new hourly lower low here. I don't like that. And so I don't see a good edge here on ETH. So I'm not touching it until I see this level here at 30.43 or so. This is pretty much the area where I see the most confluence. I see the liquidity here that I circled, and if you were to take a scalp, say for example we got a weekend dump, maybe you get a bounce at like 31.06 or so, which is maybe your previous month low. Yeah, so I think you.
Yeah, ETH price action has been so dog shit. Like I've traded this coin quite a few times over the last 2 years, and recently I've just steered clear from it. Like I've got some on spot, but it's not done much, has it?
No, it does not. And it, if you look at the daily chart here, guys, here in ETH, you still cannot get above your March highs here. Of course, I know a lot of people have been eyeing Ethereum. It has been a while since I bought ETH spot, guys. I think in August is when I told you guys I was buying ETH spot here on this dump, and I don't think I want to pick up really anymore right now, because this is still weak in the market. I think you do get a nice move up on ETH once you get above 4K. I think that's going to be the start to ETH's time in the sun, and it probably does hit all-time highs after that. But should you be really looking for what I think is like a mega bull run on Ethereum to start until you get above those key levels? In my opinion, no. I think until you really get above your last lower high here from the 11th of January, you cannot expect ETH to put in any sort of a large rally here. This is weakness. This lower high, I don't like that. As you can see on this way up from the pretty much the beginning of November on ETH, you had nothing but higher lows and higher highs, and then putting in a confirmed lower high here, which to me is confirmed now that you have a daily lower low here on this close compared to these lows. That's not great. And so that's why I would not be surprised to see ETH come down and fill my long zone here and here. Because I do think you get a nice bounce. I mean, historical price action even tells you that Ethereum loves to bounce off of this zone here. But why do I have my long here? Because you have your value area low of your overall range and this internal liquidity here from the 17th of November, this range. So I do want to be a little bit more lenient with the setup here. And so besides that, do I see anything else on ETH that I would want to trade? Not really on the higher time frame. Lower time frames, let's see. Probably have some 4-hour divergences built up. Let's see. You've got one drive of 4-hour bull divs that has been made here. Rejection off your last 4-hour order block. So what do I think about ETH going higher short term? You probably get a nice bounce on ETH to at least this level here at 34.92. If you can get back above this last lower high here that you made last night. Hourly, you don't even have a break of structure here like Bitcoin did on the hourly. That's pitiful. Here on ETH, you made a lower high on the hourly too. There's no reason for me to want to take an ETH long here until you put in any sort of structure change to the upside. So yeah, ETH not looking very good here. And so, like I said, guys, would not be surprised to see this come down and fill this long entry. All right. And then the plan for Solana also remains the same for me here, guys. Solana still looking weak, very weak. Ever since it closed below, if you guys watch my YouTube video, at least the last two, I talked about how Sol not being able to get back above 198 was very bearish in my eyes. And until seeing it get back above the zone, I do think it comes to sweep your anchored VWAP here and your low from last month here at 175. I think that does provide you a nice bounce. Until you get these levels, I think Sol's going to just be weak. I think right now you have the potential for it to do like a sort of like double bottom situation. Whoops. You have the potential to see Sol put in a bit of like a double bottom situation here, and maybe you get something like this in the future. I don't know. Very possible you see something like that. I'm not counting out another rally on Sol by any means, but at the same time, do I think it comes down lower? Yes. Until Sol gets above 198, I think it's going to retest 175 at some point. And hopefully it does, because that's where I got long entries. So patience definitely going to be key there on Solana. Do I see like a potential short opportunity in Sol? I think that was up here on the rejection of 198. At this point, I think it's a little too late to try to chase.
Yeah, I wish I caught the Sol short at previous 2021 all-time high, 260s.
Dude, I know. It would have been such a nice short, because if I go to the daily chart here, it was literally such a clean SFP, man. Like if you even go to the hourly chart here, literally looking at this, price action could not get, like, the moment it hit that previous all-time high, this thing just ranged. And for me, the entry would have been pretty obvious, like right here, where you have the loss and then your retest here. This would have been perfect for the short with stops above highs. But I don't know. It's yes, it's difficult to take, shorts whenever price action's so bullish and people are expecting price to continue higher. And of course, here on Sol, like before this all-time high happened, you had nothing but higher highs and higher lows on the way up. So yes, it was difficult to catch the, let's say, like the meat of this move to the downside. But at the same time, like, yeah, if you caught that short, would be sitting very nicely right now. Damn, guys. Looks like Sonic is doing pretty well. Looking
Jeez. Send it higher.
looking good, huh?
Yeah, I'm in this long on Sonic, sorry. But Mexi, I was telling Neil privately in DMs, Mexi only allowed me to put 2K margin because it's a new coin. Okay.
Nice.
Yes.
Looking good. All right. We can actually look at Sonic. I can show you guys why I even took the setup. Like, cuz a lot of people are like, "Why do you take, new coin setups and that sort of thing?" Well, I will already tell you guys the thing that I love the most whenever I'm trading any coin on a lower time frame, daily time frame, 4-hour time frame is my favorite structure like this, where you have downtrend and then you have your bullish bat here. Whenever you have something like this with higher lows and a bullish bat, this, I have done the back testing on it. I think it's about 70% of the time you will see price action after this bat is formed come and retest this C point and A point again, because you pretty much, buyers have stepped in, shown that they're willing to buy at these lows, putting in higher lows, putting in higher highs, and this is how you form a bottom on coins for the most part. This launched Tuesday. This one FTM migrated or whatever, I guess, I'm assuming. Sonic is FTM, right, guys? Someone put in chat at
Oh,
least.
yeah. This is the new FDM.
I think it is. I think that's why
It is, yeah.
because I don't think you can trade Phantom anymore. I think this is the new thing. Is this still tradable? I don't know. Couldn't tell you. But Phantom is up today, so I guess if you're holding Phantom, congrats. I don't know. It's weird, but I am very happy looking at this. I think this is still got some juice, so we'll see how it goes. Sus Sus DT is from FTM. SEO. Okay, I got you. He's talking about this. I gotcha.
Was it just S? Is that what we rebounded to?
It might be this because looking at the price action.
Hey, let me have a look on market cap.
Yeah, they're the same price.
Yeah, it's just S.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. No worries. Of course, this thing. I mean, it tricked me out because I thought it was called Sonic. So then I was like, well, this is a new coin, so this must be it. So many damn cryptos out
No,
there,
this
man.
is a. I know this is a ranked 3,000 on CoinMarketCap. Jesus, they are similar prices.
Crazy, man. All right. Well,
First not the wrong Sonic, but still ended up working. Nice.
all right. Let's take a look at XRP here. So, looking at XRP here on hourly chart. Pretty choppy price action. But this thing has been so strong. I think the I don't know. It's like the Brad Garlinghouse thing with him meeting with Trump or whatever on like Monday or Tuesday. I'm not gonna lie. I really do think that that probably helped with this thing doing so well since then. I think people saw that happening and they're like, oh well, that probably means XRP is going to the moon again if they're they're meeting with the president or whatever. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I don't really know the ins and outs of it, but what I can tell you is this coin has been pretty damn strong. And right now, if you are a XRP buyer anywhere in the last bull run, you are still sitting pretty. You are still in nice profits, so enjoy your profits. And at the moment, do I think that this thing is kind of looking toppy? I do think that XRP still comes down to my buy areas that I gave you guys in my channel the other day, yesterday. Just because until you get above this support resistance zone, which is also your anchored VWAP from this low, I feel that this is just getting ready to do something like this and then getting another move up. What I will say is if you get above this SR zone, then yeah, I think you come up to new highs. But is this a place where I take a long? No, it would not be. I think on the 4-hour chart, until you actually get like a clean area like these levels, your value area low as well, I think you're just gambling at mid-range. We already talked about why you don't want to be doing that, so.
Yeah, definitely wouldn't recommend touching XRP here. Not until we get down to like $2 to $2.05, where you got that support and liquidity pocket.
Agreed. Yeah. Let's turn on the Oracle here too. See where it says. Yep. Exactly. 209 all the way down to pretty much $2. Which actually, guys, like this looks interesting because your demand zone lines up really well with your previous week low. So I like that. Yeah, I like this setup that I have on the chart. I think you might get a value area low bounce because, as you guys can see, looking in the past, not only is this your value area low, but this is a really good SR level here in XRP. So, yeah, I think I am interested in this trade still. So. All right. And then, of course, Sui here. Sui looking pretty insane. Sui does not want to come down. I still would love to get the long down here, guys, but I will not lie. As long as Sui is above 4.84, this thing is going higher. There's no reason to not think that for me. I think you see 5.26 pretty soon. But yeah.
Yeah, I was debating this with Sesh earlier, Sesh FX, and I was saying how, at the end of the day, Sui's market cap is what, almost half of Solana's now?
Something
and
like that,
I think
yeah.
this could easily go. Yeah, I think this could easily eventually, if Bitcoin goes to sweep our previous range highs, I think this could go above $6. The unlocks as well are really healthy. Like, it's gonna take a long time for all of the tokens to unlock. So
yeah, man,
definitely very bullish on Sui outperforming the entire market.
I agree. I think this one, just looking at things, I think there's no lack of strength here on Sui yet. There's nothing that's telling me that this thing is going lower yet, and this thing is continuously putting in higher lows and higher highs. And until I see like a real structure change here, I don't have a reason to think this is going lower. So this retest long would have been really nice, but at the same time, I do think it's too late to take the trade here. It would be really nice to see this 4-hour OB, guys, though. Looking at this here, if this 4-hour OB gives you a real rejection on Sui, would love to see something like this. Do I think it happens? Probably not, because Bitcoin is at support. And do I think Sui is going to to put in a, what is this, negative 10%? Do I think Bitcoin 20%? No. Sui's not putting a negative 20% while Bitcoin is probably going to bounce. I don't see it happening. So I don't know. I think Sui probably goes to higher prices. I think this puts in a new high. I think $6 happens in the future on Sui. Would not be surprised. Bitcoin is putting in a rally right now, guys. Like I talked about, should you be playing these mid-range areas? No. Remember when I said would this be a good area to short when we were looking at it? Probably not, because you're at support and you had the hourly bullish break of structure. The retest would have been your entry for the long. And so now you'd be chasing. So if you can get above this level, guys, this level here, I do think Bitcoin starts to put in a nice move, probably to the point of control here, 97K. So would be some good shit. I'm going to go ahead and move stops to entry on Sonic, by the way, guys. Trimming a little bit.
Yeah, I've done the same thing.
It's too early of a coin, and I don't know its price action well enough to just assume it's going to follow my rules. So time to be careful.
Yeah.
Quick update there in my channel, guys. Just give me 1 second. All right, guys. Perfect. So, got about 10 minutes left. Give me a couple coins, and I'll look at them for you, okay? Oh, yeah. Yeah, we'll look at Hyperliquid. I know a lot of people want to look at Hyperliquid. Yeah, we'll look at it. No worries. Okay, so thinking here, Hype has potential to be putting in a bottom here. Potential. But it's a bit hard to tell. It's a bit hard to tell, if I'm being honest, guys. The reason I say that is because in terms of strength, Hype is still not really giving me what I want to see, to make me like super confident here in its price action at current price. So the reason I say that is because you have this same exact pattern here as you have right here. And if this candle can get above this level, this SR level here at $22, this would be my long idea. So it would look something like this. You get an hourly flip, then I think that's your trigger to swing long. Gotta get the hourly flip there. And it's not something that I would want to take right now, is what I'm trying to tell you. I just don't want to see this pretty much fail to make a new high at current price and then just come down and make another new low. So I really want to see 22.1 flipped. Yep, exactly, Caleb. So really just patience here, guys. Patience is the name of the game. If you don't get that, then I would like to see hype come down to $16 next. You have some support resistance right here on hype. And if you got like $18 over the weekend, I do think this would give you a good bounce. But if you get a lot of sell volume on Bitcoin, for example, like if another dump happened, say for example Monday, something like that, then I wouldn't be taking this long here at $18. I would actually be taking the swing long lower in this zone. So be very careful in what you want to be doing, and be very on top of when you need to really take into account the time component, guys, whenever it comes to price action. So what I mean by that is, if you're taking longs at a point in time where it's the weekend and Bitcoin is dumping, then it's one thing to be taking longs looking for just like a scalp move to the upside again, because then you're like, well, Bitcoin's probably gonna move up again, because it's a weekend, low liquidity out there in the markets. You're probably not gonna get huge moves one way or the other, so just scalping is the name of the game. However, at the same time, if you're the kind of trader that wants to wait for bigger trending swing moves, then patience is going to be the name of the game. Damn, guys, Bitcoin is going for it. So like I said, hourly break of structure, now you're putting in a potential hourly higher high. I think you probably get it because it happens in 3 minutes here. Let's look at those correlations like I mentioned again. Look at that. So remember what I talked about with that Bitcoin outperforming the S&P 500? Look at the S&P here. Look at the ES here. Look at NQ. First bounce you get on these, Bitcoin is sending. I told you it was going to outperform based off of the TA here. Looking good, right? On both. So that's pretty much what I meant. And Sonic doing well. So not bad. All right. Let's take a look at one more. AI XBT is strong because it got listed on spot markets on Binance. This long would have been so perfect too. The divergence build up above this previous range. Damn. Lots of AI agents are putting in moves today. This is kind of looking interesting. I don't hate this setup, on AI16Z. Putting in a potential higher low here. Yeah, it's not bad. Oh, that looks pretty good. Can't lie. It's not bad looking. Potential long setup here. Stops under the last low. Just a thought. And then I will look at Ondo for you guys too. Yeah, so Ondo looks pretty good at these prices. But the downtrend is still quite strong here, guys, is the thing. And I do think this is right now more of just like a relief rally than anything. I mean, the divergence buildup on the 4 hour is what's giving you the move now. I do think that this still, based off of the structure, like, I don't see a reason for this not to come down still, is my thing. And your next area of interest here is still this zone here at 1.12 to 1.05 or so. Like, the downtrend is pretty strong on here, and ever since you lost your previous all-time highs here on Ondo, under that is weakness, pretty much. So, yeah, I would like to see 1.12 retested there. Just a thought.
Can you just legalize Bitcoin and crypto? And you know what Pratt commented? He was like, they already got BBCs and now they want the BTCs.
Oh shit. I like it. Not bad, not bad. I give it to you.
Dude, that made me
Oh man. All right. Don't forget hype screenshot. Oh, my bad. 1 second. Where did you go? There we go. Did I really not post that? My bad. And so again, guys, get your alerts set on hype at this 22.17 level for the potential flip there. Yeah, I'm still holding Dim Spot, down bad on it, but Dim and TIA both are coins that move freaking slowly, and I do think they're accumulating, so I'm just patient. I think Mercedes and some Dim Spot too. It looks good on the higher time frame, but I'm just waiting because I do think it puts in a move whenever alts get a move in February and March. But if I'm not gonna sell a bottom, is my thoughts. So yeah, pretty much what I'm thinking. Alright guys, so that'll be it for the stream today. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you, Caleb, for the talk and for joining me today. It was a good stream. Thanks for having me, guys. I really appreciate it.
100%. Everyone, if we could all get some W's in the chat for Neil, our absolute legend. appreciate you coming through, and yeah, really hope you enjoy the rest of your Friday, brother.
Of course. Thank you guys. Thank you so much for coming. Um, if you guys, I think pretty much all of you guys are probably following me on my Twitter and on my YouTube channel, but I'm gonna post the stream from today on my YouTube channel because we have a lot of good nuggets of information on there. So I think you guys will like that. And on my Twitter, I post a lot of analysis, what I think about the market. So I think you guys will enjoy. Alright guys, thanks for staying till the end of the video. If you guys stayed all the way till the end, I want you guys to put code word weekend in the comment section below. Also, I want you to type what coins you want to see in my next video and just some feedback about if you've been liking the content on the channel. If you guys could do that, I would very much appreciate it. This is Trader Neil signing out. Have a fantastic weekend. I'll catch you guys soon. Peace.